Hello everyone, this is Luke with Owls, and I'm here today to talk about some cannabis news and some Delta-8 news. Unfortunately, we're seeing more and more states either choosing to regulate or outright ban Delta-8. This week we saw Colorado was already a state that was, I believe it was illegal for retail, but wholesale was still available. Well, they closed that and they banned it outright. We also saw that Texas has voted to ban it. Now the ban still needs to go to the Senate, still needs to be voted on, but it definitely seems like that Delta-8 in Texas is on a limited run. That being said, though, we still have a lot to go. And I mean, if we look at the smokable hemp ban in Texas, it was something that was banned, and then there was an injunction put on it, and it's still available for sale. So I think we never know what's good, what's bad, but I think it's pretty clear that there is a lot of states whereby they're not getting the tax money that they want, what they're getting from marijuana. And so there is definitely a lot of changes being made. I was recently talking with the Oregon Hemp Farmers Association. We were going through the current HB 3000, which is talking about basically synthetically derived cannabinoids, adult use cannabinoids, defining them. And Oregon is taking the approach of regulating Delta-8, however, placing caps on what, basically putting caps on limits. So if edibles were to be over a certain limit, then it would be considered to be a marijuana product. Underneath that, it would be considered as a hemp product. So that's good. So Oregon is taking more of a stance to support hemp farmers, and as I said, to regulate it with caps in place. So still waiting for some updates there. Other states to look at, I mean, Florida has very much embraced it. Thank you, Florida. Florida is far more like, hey, this is helping our hemp farmers. I hope Oregon can see the same thing. And Florida isn't going to do anything to change what we voted on, which is the Farm Bill for 2018. If we look at some other states with some positive news, I mean, as I mentioned before, Alabama is a state which was trying to ban Delta-8 and Delta-10. That hasn't happened. They actually took it off that bill. So right now, if we look at the current states that have either banned it, also tough news for New York. New York has basically banned Delta-8 as well. So no go for New York anymore. So right now, if we were to think of the list, we've got Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Delaware, Kentucky, Idaho, Iowa, Mississippi, Montana, Rhode Island, Utah, and now New York. So we've got 12 states outright. But that's it, right? It's like Delta-8, I think is there to help people who don't really want to use Delta-9 or else can't get good Delta-9. It is actually a very different cannabinoid though, so it is frustrating to see this being banned, considering how much it's really helping people, and considering how more often than not people are using Delta-8 because they don't want to get fucked up like Delta-9. And so all I can say is hopefully there'll be more avenues in the future if this does continually go down south and more stuff is being banned outright. My only wish is that it will be made available, that cannabis will be made more available, and I imagine if Delta-8 was to be made from cannabis, it'd be more, it would be okay as long as they're getting their tax dollars. So obviously that's not the best news, but at the same time, let's talk about some other positive news here, which is that more and more states are legalizing cannabis, and this year in itself is on track to be, with a couple more states coming online. I mean, we're only at May right now, with a couple more states to to vote in if medical or recreational marijuana will be allowed. It will be one of the strongest years for the legalization of cannabis, which I think is huge. I mean, only recently the state of Alabama just legalized medical marijuana. So that is huge. I mean, I always think of like that sort of Alabama, Georgia, that sort of areas, like no way in hell is anything ever going to come out of those states. And what do you know? It's changing. I mean, we just saw as well, Virginia this year is also trying to, I'm not sure if it was fully legalized or it's just medical that they brought on. But again, that's huge, turning of the tides. We can also see right now that Connecticut, Delaware, Minnesota, and Rhode Island are all trying to push for recreational marijuana. So, you know, I think that the main thing here is access, right? The main thing that we're seeing is that people don't have access to reliable sources of cannabinoids. We can just put it as cannabinoids, whether it's Delta-9, Delta-8. They just don't have reliable access to it. And people want to use these over, in my opinion, pharmaceuticals. And it gives you the choice to really allow you to decide what is best for you and what is best for your body. And I think that it's really important that we all have access. And so I can only hope for, you know, better legalization of marijuana, more open availability of Delta-8 and other cannabinoids, so that everybody has the opportunity to make a change for themselves or to improve their health or to just take a little bit of the edge off. But overall, some ups and downs, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's always important to focus on the positives. The positives is hemp is legal, right? Hemp is legal. That is huge. Nationwide in America, hemp is legal. We all know that medical and recreational marijuana is going to be federally legal soon, right? We don't know when, but it is going to be legal soon. And that is huge, right? It's huge. So yes, there's some downsides of Delta-8 maybe becoming illegal nationwide, but hopefully it takes a seriously long time and hopefully it's regulated in a way that's feasible for everyone to consume it. And hopefully this is going to be one of the best years for recreational and medical cannabis being available to people. So some highs, some lows, that's the way she goes, you know. So I'll leave it with you there. If there's other resources or other stuff you want me to be focused on in regards to cannabis news, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much.